More and more companies are focusing on innovation, and rightly so, because those companies that are creating additional value and getting better and better at what they do are certainly reaping the rewards. One thing that's really clear though is that if you get the culture right and people align to what you're trying to achieve, the return on investment that you'll get from your innovation actions is far, far greater. Which leads to the question, well, what is the right type of culture for an innovative company? There are 4 key attributes which are important in terms of culture for innovation. The first is a deep focus on the customer experience, really understanding what it's like for our customers. Secondly, building a passion and an excitement for our products and services, which we generally do by focusing people on the outcomes or the purpose of what we provide. Thirdly, great collaboration in the organisation, not just within the organisation in fact, but with our service providers and even our customers. And finally, change agility, the ability to move really quickly but in a systematic way to get things done. Those are the key things that underpin an innovation culture. And these are exactly the types of attributes or mindsets that TakeON creates in organisations. Of course, we can think of innovation as a continuum or a spectrum, and at one end of that spectrum is your big breakthroughs like the combustion engine, the invention of the internet, mobile phone. These are things that transform the world over time. But at the other extreme, it's about the small incremental changes that you make to what you're currently doing to optimise the performance of the business. And that's where TakeON really, really works very, very well. And so what the research shows is it's this type of innovation which is most important to many organisations. Not only delivers you fast wins and improvement in what you're doing, but therefore it builds confidence from the executive suite, your investors and others. So if I can give you a really specific example of this type of innovation in practice. A major retail bank that we worked with ran a business matters theme called Valuing Customer Time. And within one branch, over the series of the 4 conversations they had within the month, between the first week and the second week, someone came back and said, look, I'm noticing that there's a really long queue at customer services desk at a particular point in time, every day. And they went and asked the customers what they were queuing for, and they discovered something really, really interesting. And that was a significant number of those customers were actually waiting to meet with business banking, which happened to be upstairs, so they're in the wrong queue. Week 3 of the Valuing Customer Time process, they're asked to come up with some ideas in terms of how to resolve the gaps that they saw. What do you think the idea was in that instance? Put up a better sign. They put up a better sign, the queues were shortened, customers were happier, and the whole system was more productive. Now that single change may not seem that significant in its own right, but when you consider that organisation implemented 7,000 of changes like that in less than a year, then you start to see the power of the process in action.